This afternoon, we have an incredible fashionista here with us in the building as she is coming off of an amazing experience at the Tamron Hall Show in New York City. Now, you might have seen her on CDOSTL before, but now she's big time. She was already big time, but she had a little bit of shine on her in New York City. We have Kishna Hurd, an amazing St. Louis-based designer. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you're back.
I am too.
But let's talk about your experience in New York. How was that?
So the overall experience was literally surreal. Like just being able to be on the stage, knowing that there were 8,000 applicants that applied and only the top 5 that they saw fit to be on the show was just mind-blowing.
That is amazing. I think that says a lot about what you do, how gifted and how talented you are. I mean, how did you really get started with designing your own pieces?
So my whole story with designing started in the 8th grade when I used to steal my mom's curtains.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
And in the midst of me stealing her curtains, not knowing what I was doing, playing around with things that kind of like, you know, caused me to really be interested in fashion and to dig a little deeper. And I went to school. I studied abroad in London. And, you know, here we are today.
Oh my gosh. And we're looking at some of these fabulous designs, one of which the Tamron Hall wore on her show. Let's talk about this design that you have right here, Kishna.
So this design, as you mentioned, is what Tamron wore on the show, and it's all hand beaded. The original inspiration was this fabric was meant for my actual wedding dress until my sisters told me it was a little too bold, so I decided to save it for like the next best special occasion, and not knowing it would be the Tamron Hall Show, and here it is now being featured on Tamron Hall herself, as well as the additional pieces that I created for the segment of her show.
That is absolutely amazing. I love this. And you actually said this bottom portion of the gown is detachable.
Yes, correct.
Oh
so all of this, there's snaps on here. This is like a 10-foot long train. Of course, you know, no one wants to drag something around all evening, so you can just take it off and go, and you have like your standard formal wear gown.
That is gorgeous. Okay,
Thank you.
I know who I'm going to call when I need a beautiful gown in New York City. I think my second favorite gown is over here. I love this. I love the color choice. I love the textures in this piece. Tell me more about the inspiration behind the one on our far left.
On our far left, so the very last one that was kind of inspired by my Haitian heritage and culture were bold and vibrant colors, like structures and things of that nature. So I wanted to kind of recap on that and piece it all together in one gown, but keep it simple without overstating too much to take away from the aesthetic of the design.
It's definitely simple, but it's got that pop.
Yeah, it
catches your eye, that is for sure. And last but not least, I mean, you're talking about how this was going to be for your wedding.
Yes.
But what if we wanted to have something simple and sleek and gorgeous for a wedding? Talk about this piece right here.
So the centerpiece is literally inspired by my bridal collection. I'm actually looking to jump into more bridal wear. So this is just like the beginner piece for a bride that does not want to be too bold, too much. It could be something as simple as a destination wedding. And it has a detachable neck piece cape. So that you can snap it off, and once again, you just have your standard gown, or you can have your cape and you just flow on down the aisle.
That is absolutely gorgeous. It's simple, it's sleek, and I think that's what I like about all of your pieces. It's not too much, but it's just enough, giving whoever wears one of these gorgeous gowns that power, you know? Okay, so what has the response been like after coming off of the Tamron Hall Show?
So coming off of the show, I literally had 400 new followers on Instagram.
That's
like
huge.
That's major. And then I've had an increased number of inquiries, you know, for bridal dress and custom designs from people all over the states. Just kind of narrowing that down and just really kind of honing in, as I mentioned, on the bridal, since that's something I want to tap into a little more.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Cheers to making that a goal for 2025. Any brides out there, if you're looking for a beautiful custom design, why not have a St. Louis-based designer do it for you? It is Kishna Hurd's Designs, and you can visit her online. Her website is right there on your screen. You can also give her a follow on Facebook and on Instagram. Now, Kishna, before I let you go, it's like choosing a favorite child. Which one of these is your favorite? 3, 2, 1, go.
This first one.
First one, yeah.
This is my favorite.
That is gorgeous. You
That's
did
my baby.
Was this the vision for your wedding gown or not quite?
So I had so many inspirations for my wedding gown, and it was hard narrowing them down, but part of it was inspiration, specifically the 3D structure.
I like
that's
that.
my signature.
Okay, I'm gonna call you when it's time.
Call
for
me,
to
I'll
get
be
in.
here.
I need a ring first, so we'll see. Don't go anywhere, St. Louis. We'll be right back after this quick break.